When a woman you've been distant from suddenly pops back into your life, it creates a mental tug of war. Do you reply and risk shifting the power dynamic? Or do you keep quiet, letting her sit in uncertainty? Most guys slip up here because they don't understand the psychological game being played. Responding right away can reek of neediness, but ignoring her without any thought, that can make you seem immature or indifferent. The real game is in decoding her intent. Why is she reaching out, and how will your response shift the balance? A lot of the time, when a woman reaches out, it's not because she genuinely misses you. It's about checking her influence. She's testing whether you still crave her, whether she still has a hold over you emotionally. Your reaction is what answers those questions for her. This isn't just about a message. It's about your frame as a man. Are you composed, or are you driven by her attention? In today's dating world, being a high-value man means being unshakable. Women respect men who hold their ground. This video will walk you through exactly what to do when she reaches out, how to read her actions, decide your next move, and respond in a way that reinforces your value. These are the moments that separate the men she respects from the ones she forgets. 1. Understand why she's reaching out. The first step is to break down her motives. Women rarely act randomly when it comes to relationships. There's usually a reason behind her message, whether it's curiosity, insecurity, boredom, jealousy, or a subtle attempt to pull you back into her world. Think about the timing. Did she contact you after weeks of silence, or right after you posted a photo looking confident and happy? Timing is a clue. It might mean she saw you moving on and felt the need to reinsert herself into your orbit. Also, assess her tone. Is she pretending like nothing happened? Apologizing? Flirting? Each tone gives away her goal. A casual message might mean she's trying to maintain control. Apologies show she's reflecting. Flirting? That's bait. She wants your attention again. And don't forget your own history. Did you go silent because she disrespected you? Or were you enforcing your boundaries? Her message could be a test to see if those boundaries still hold or if she can cross them again. Don't let emotions fog your judgment. She's checking if you'll break. Don't give her that power. Most importantly, know your worth. Just because she messaged doesn't mean she deserves a reply. Decide if this aligns with your standards. Is she genuine or just feeding her ego? Staying calm and logical here gives you full control over what happens next. 2. Don't reply immediately. Once you've figured out why she reached out, don't rush your response. Take a beat. That pause is power. Instant replies can look needy or like you've been waiting for her message this whole time. That's not the energy you want to give off. Women are drawn to guys who have self-control, who move on their time, not hers. Treat her message as an option, not a demand. Delaying your response creates space. Space leads to uncertainty. And uncertainty, when done right, pulls her closer. She starts to wonder, is he over me? Is he talking to someone else? That curiosity works in your favor. Now, this doesn't mean ghost her. You're not being petty, you're being strategic. Take a few hours, or even a day, before responding. Fill that time with real things, work, gym, hobbies. Show, even if just to yourself, that you don't drop everything for her attention. When you do respond, keep it cool. No emotional essays, no explanations. If she texts, "I've been thinking about you," don't say, "I missed you too." Say, "Interesting. What made you reach out?" That one line keeps her guessing and puts the pressure back on her. Your time is valuable. She needs to feel that. The more you respond on your own terms, the more she respects your presence. 3. Respond with intention, not emotion. After the delay, now it's about crafting the right kind of reply. You've already shown control by not replying instantly. Now, your words need to match that same frame. Keep it minimal. A guy who respects himself doesn't write novels to a girl who just came back from nowhere. Don't give her the satisfaction of knowing she still has emotional pull over you. If she says, "I've missed you," don't dive into how you've been feeling. Respond with, "Didn't expect that. What brought this on?" You acknowledge her message, but you don't glorify it. You hold your ground. You make her work to earn your attention again. And don't explain the silence. Never apologize for protecting your peace. If she says, "Why haven't you texted me?" hit her with, "Been focusing on what matters." What's going on with you? This is about balance. Stay engaged, but don't overinvest. Don't let her dominate the flow of the conversation, and most importantly, don't be afraid to walk away. If the vibe's off or you feel she's testing boundaries, end it with calm confidence. A talk later shows you're not desperate for the chat to continue. Lead the interaction, and she'll either follow or fade. Either way, you win. 4. Don't fall for emotional traps. Once she's got your attention, the next move is often emotional bait. She'll say things designed to pull you back in. Things like, remember when we used to talk all night? Or, I've been going through a lot lately. These statements are meant to make you drop your guard. But you're smarter than that. A man who's in control never lets emotion override logic. When she tries to provoke you, stay cool. Don't ignore her entirely, but don't take the bait either. Respond in a way that shows empathy without surrendering your position. If she says, I've been struggling, say, hope you're finding a way through it. What's your plan? That response shifts the responsibility back to her. You're not here to play therapist or savior. She might also try flattery. No one gets me like you do. Don't melt. Say, glad to hear that. Short, polite, and non-committal. Keeps you in control. If she tries to guilt trip you, like you don't care anymore, stand firm. I care enough about myself not to repeat old mistakes. Boom! Frame held, respect earned. Avoiding these emotional hooks is the key to maintaining masculine discipline. She might not even be doing it maliciously. This is just how emotional influence works. But once you recognize the game, you don't have to play it. 5. Test her before you fully re-engage. Just because she reached out doesn't mean she's all in. You need to verify that her interest is real and not just a boredom check or ego boost. Test her with subtle moves. If she messages you with something vague like, hey, don't chase the conversation, just reply with, what's up? If she continues with something meaningful, you know she's putting in effort. If not, you saved yourself time. Ask probing but light questions. What made you think of me? Or what are you hoping to catch up on? If she sidesteps or gives a surface-level answer, she's not serious. A woman who's truly interested will be upfront, even if it's awkward. Consistency is everything. If she's texting one day and vanishing the next, she's likely just seeking attention, not connection. Don't fall for that cycle. You can also test her with boundaries. If she suggests meeting up, don't jump on it. Say something like, I'm tied up this week, maybe later. Her reaction will reveal a lot. A woman who's serious will respect your time and adjust. One who's just looking for control might get annoyed. Finally, see how she handles delays or slow responses. Does she stay patient, or does she push, guilt, and try to manipulate? Her behavior in these moments tells you everything you need to know. You're not just reacting, you're leading. Let her prove she's worthy of your time before you give it. That's how high-value men move. 6. Stay focused on your mission. When a woman reappears, it's easy to shift your focus toward her. You might start checking your phone more, overthinking your next message, or adjusting your plans just in case she wants to talk. That's a trap. The moment you shift your focus away from your mission is the moment you lose your edge. A high-value man doesn't rearrange his life for temporary emotions. He stays committed to what builds him, his goals, his fitness, his discipline, his purpose. When you remain locked in, you naturally become more attractive. She sees that you're not sitting around waiting for her validation. You're busy building your life. This is also your armor. When your energy is aimed forward, you're less reactive. You won't feel the need to decode every emoji or word in her message. You're too focused on making moves that matter. And here's the truth. If she genuinely wants to reconnect, she'll respect that you're a man on a mission. You don't need to broadcast it. Your actions speak louder than your attention span. So don't compromise your momentum for a text. Keep training, keep working, keep winning. If she fits into that path, cool. If not, you'll still be progressing with or without her. That's power. 7. Reassert your standards calmly. When she reaches back out, this is your opportunity to calmly reassert your standards, not as a threat or ultimatum, but as a matter of fact. Too many men, in the excitement of her return, forget why they pulled away in the first place. Did she disrespect your time? Did she flake, ghost, or cross a boundary? You have to remember that. Otherwise, you're teaching her that your standards are flexible and that she can violate them with no consequences. Now, reasserting your standards isn't about arguing or creating drama. It's about quiet clarity. If she's trying to come back in casually, you can simply say, "I'm open to reconnecting, but I'm not going back to what didn't work." That kind of statement says everything. It shows you're open, but not weak, firm, but not bitter. She knows that if she wants to re-enter your life, she has to meet your values, not pull you back into her old behavior. You're not punishing her, you're protecting your peace. And if she's serious, she'll rise to meet your standard. If not, you saved yourself from another round of emotional confusion. This is how you become a man she can't manipulate, a man who doesn't need to raise his voice to be heard. You speak through your calm consistency. That's how boundaries turn into attraction. 8. Never bring up the past first. When she reappears, you'll be tempted to ask, "Why did you disappear?" Or, "Why did things fall apart?" Don't. Let her bring it up if she's genuinely remorseful or reflective, but don't dig into the past yourself. Why? Because bringing it up first shows emotional neediness. It signals you're still holding on to pain or confusion, and that gives her the upper hand. High-value men don't chase explanations, they observe behavior. If her actions are aligned with someone who's changed, that will speak louder than any apology. But if she's just pretending nothing happened, you don't have to confront it. You can simply match her energy and keep it moving. You don't need closure from someone who was careless with your emotions. You already gave yourself closure when you chose peace over chaos. That's your power. And sometimes silence speaks more than confrontation. She'll notice that you didn't bring up the past, that you're not chasing clarity, that you're too composed to rehash old drama, and that bothers people more than any emotional outburst ever could. Let her bring it up. If she does, listen with detachment. If she doesn't, you've already moved on in the most powerful way possible, by not needing to reopen closed chapters. 9. Don't assume it means anything. Just because she reached out doesn't mean anything concrete. It doesn't mean she wants a relationship again. It doesn't mean she regrets her decision. It might not even mean she respects you. It could just be impulse, ego, or boredom. Assumptions are dangerous. They create expectations, and expectations set you up for disappointment. 1. "Hey, how have you been?" And suddenly you think the romance is back on. That mindset puts you right back under her control, emotionally, mentally, even physically. Detach from outcomes. Respond with presence, not projections. Ask yourself, what is she showing me? Not with her words, but with her consistency. If she's here one day and gone the next, you have your answer. If her effort is surface level, so should your attention be. Don't build castles in your head from a single message. Stay grounded, keep your emotions in check. It's not cold, it's clarity. A man of value doesn't get excited over breadcrumbs. He evaluates, observes, and decides if something is worth his time. That kind of discipline is rare and powerful. So when she reaches out, smile. Be kind. But don't assign meaning to it. Let her actions show you who she is now, not who she pretended to be before. So the next time she reaches out, don't lose yourself. Don't let a simple "hey" shake your world. Don't get pulled back into old patterns that left you drained. You're not the same man she walked away from. You've grown, you've leveled up, you've learned how to protect your peace, how to lead with self-respect, and how to stop chasing people who only show up when it's convenient. A woman reaching back out isn't a green light, it's a test. And how you respond tells her everything about the man you've become. Stay calm, stay grounded, stay focused. You don't need to get revenge. You don't need to make her regret anything. Your presence, your progress, and your peace, that's your power. And when you move like a man of value, she'll feel it. Not because you said anything impressive, but because you said less and meant more.